Hi,
Hi,
how are you?
PGU.
Good because okay, I quit drinking pop. I know,
Mhm.
but
I was just about to ask what you were drinking.
okay, I do crave my Dr. Pepper. Um, so I bought the little ones because I'm like, okay, that'll give me enough where I'm not craving it badly. So
Not gonna lie, I totally thought that was palm juice.
yeah, I'm not big on juices.
For me, it depends on what kind of juice.
Actually, I think my favorite juice is the Juicy Juice brand cherry.
Hmm. Mm.
That is so good.
I'm an apple fan, just any old apple, but it's gotta be really cold. And yes, I do love the ones that come in the little round container with where if you bite it, it sounds like an apple. However, not because of that. It's just really good juice. So,
Um, the last time I had apple juice was after I had Buddy. Before that, it was after I had Judy. It seems like the only time I really drink apple juice is after having a child.
that's kind of
And
funny.
I don't have anything against it. I like some apple juice, but I don't know. It's weird.
My mom can confirm in the comments when I was pregnant with my first son, who we could not stay stocked in apple juice. And we got WIC. And yeah, like all I would buy was apple juice. And I would drink it all and then be like, oh, can you go get me more apple juice?
Yep. For me, when I was pregnant, it was the orange pineapple, like the frozen concentrate stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Loved that. Um, and the cherry juicy juice. But other
That's
than
what
that, I'm not a really big juice drinker, but I'll tell you what I did find that is fucking delicious is I've been trying to drink more water.
hmm
Um, and it's not that I hate water. I get bored with water.
understandable.
And I'm very picky about the flavor things that go in it because I don't like anything that tastes remotely like Kool-Aid because I hate Kool-Aid.
I liked
Hate.
it as a kid,
Nope.
hated it as an adult.
I've never liked Kool-Aid. I hate Kool-Aid. I don't like Powerade. I don't like
Oh.
Gatorade. I don't like none of it. So I'm very picky about those little powder stick things that you put in your water. But I did find one last week. I'm gonna stock up on them bitches. It's the Great Value brand, and the it's supposed to have energy. I don't notice that. I just know it's delicious. It's cherry slushy,
Mm.
and it tastes just like a Slurpee.
I'm not, we have several guys at work who use the energy powders, and they absolutely love them. Heaven forbid I could ever remember any of the damn brands.
The Now I know Liquid IV has energy ones, and those aren't too bad. Um, but yeah, I found these ones, and it's so good. So when I go shopping this weekend, I'm gonna have to get a few more boxes because Buddy also likes them.
Nice. Yeah, it's really nice when the change in habit transfers to someone else in the household.
Hmm.
Like for me, I have my grape fetish, um, and that has transferred to my son. However, He will only sit and eat them if they are off the vine and cleaned for him and like in a bowl and ready for him to go. But they have to stay cold and they have to be crunchy. Because he will test me. He'll be like, "Do you hear it?" So yeah, that's how I got him onto him though, was with the crunch. I was like, it's kind of like a chip. It's got a good crunch like a chip. He's like, no. I was like, yeah. And he's like, I don't believe you. I was like, dude, try it. He's like, all right, I'll prove you wrong. I was like, okay. And sure enough, he tried it and his eyes got big. And yeah, now when he comes down and sits in games with me, we'll snack on fruit and stuff like that instead of like chips and all that kind of stuff. And he drinks my water when he's down here. So he's drinking healthy drinks and having healthy snacks.
which is great because
Yeah.
yeah. So um, when I was little, grapes was the only fruit I would eat.
I've always been a fruit eater.
I like all grapes. Um, but when I was little, I preferred the green grapes. Now I don't give a shit. Just give me a grape.
Yep, pretty much. As long as it's seedless.
Yeah.
Although the dark purple Welch's grapes, those will ruin you on grapes. Yeah, they will. Just saying.
Yeah.
They're big, they're juicy, they're crunchy, they're sweet. Oh, sorry. I could keep going, but I won't.
um, trying to think. Anything exciting over the last week?
Nothing for me. We've been doing a lot of discussing on Halloween costume and Halloween decor. We plan on doing something a little different this year.
Now I did get out the Halloween stuff over the weekend,
Yeah.
but I have a lot missing.
What do you mean?
A lot of my Halloween stuff is missing. I got like the little mini light strands. One of them is
Mhm.
missing because I had like a creepy doll head,
I remember your
remember?
creepy doll head. Yeah.
And I would put the lights in it and freak buddy out.
Yeah.
Um, I got the doll head, but I can't find the lights. Um, I have like a wreath that looks like a spider web, the
Hmm.
glow in the dark spider for the door. That's
Yeah.
gone. Rachel had got me a couple they're on they look like books, but they're on an easel. It's just like a
Mm.
picture looking thing.
Okay.
Those are missing. Yeah, I have a lot of shit missing.
What do you think happened?
I think my husband is very forgetful. So I think maybe he packed some up and maybe took them upstairs.
That would make sense.
Mhm. And forgot he did that. So now I have to go upstairs and look for more Halloween stuff. Or I'm going to buy some more.
I have plans to buy some more.
Because he was like, well, maybe it's in your spare room, which I just tore this room apart to clean it.
Hmm. Yeah, it's not in there.
Mm-mm.
Hmm. Well, Marcelo has declared that he does not want to be Jason again this year. Therefore, I have free reign to Jason's shirt. I have my own mask. I don't need a mask. I just needed the shirt. And now I can make a body. We have Wood County, which is the county we live in. and town police that frequently drive up and down our road. I'm
Um,
so excited and I can't wait.
see, I had bought that one outfit off of Temu,
Mhm.
and I was a little concerned on what the quality would be like, but it's amazing quality. And that's the one because I'm turning the big 50 this year. And I decided I'm going to do a death to my 40s photo shoot. And that's going to be the outfit I wear. But also, if I don't work that weekend and we have like any party or anything to go to, that is what I will be wearing.
I don't have anything to go to yet.
Yeah. Well, I know there's a couple things, but again, I don't know what's going on as far as, if the big three are going to strike. Will I even be working at Halloween time? I mean, I've already got the costume, so that's fine.
Yeah.
Um, I would actually just need to find like some shoes or something to wear. Um, but like the lady that owns Oh My Stars and Stones, she has like a big Halloween party every year. She's already sent out like kind of like a save the date type thing for it.
Nice.
But yeah,
Mm.
and if we are back to work, because what they pulled last time we went on strike, when we got back to work, we had to work 7 days a week. Yeah, that was fun.
Can they even do that?
Yes, ma'am.
How?
If we're in emergency status.
That's messed up.
Yep, they did that from the time we got back from strike until Christmas break. And then when we came back after Christmas, I think we had like the first week was, we actually got a full weekend. And then the second week we were doing 7 days, but we were rotating. Like it would be first shift had to do like they had the 7 days, they had the seventh day, and then second and third would have it would not work that Sunday. And then first and third would have it off, and second shift would have to work a Sunday, and then just so on. It was
Gotcha.
so we rotated, and they actually stopped that probably about 2 weeks before they shut us down for COVID.
Wow.
Yeah. And that wasn't until like mid-March when they shut us down. So it was, yeah, we had like 2 months where,
I think you guys shut down around when we shut down.
yeah, I think we went down like I want to say like March, somewhere between the 13th and the 17th of March.
I was thinking the 15th.
Um, yeah, I don't remember the exact date. Um,
Yeah.
but all I
A
know
bunch of
is like the
paperwork.
day they shut us down, we were working and we were actually being told, well, we're going to be shutting down for COVID. We just have to build so many trucks because it's all. And then we're standing there, and my job that day was right next to our group leader's desk. And I heard, like, I could hear his radio, and it was like, shut it down now. So he told me, he said, don't hit your button because I had this button to hit. And if I didn't, it would,
To bring the next one.
yeah. And if I didn't, it would stop the line. So
Okay.
he said, don't hit it. And then we all had to go to his desk, and he said, get your stuff. If you have anything in the refrigerator, get it out, get in your car and go. That was it. There was like no explanation what happened. to make it. So, because we would have had, I think, one more day after that day,
Mhm.
and they were like, no, get out.
Yeah, we had a big old meeting in the conference room, explaining, what was going on and how we were shutting down for a time, um, and, asked people to come in, for like the first couple of days the following week to help to clean and sanitize everything. And I was on ES crew. I was supposed to be there regardless because I was on ES. Um, which that was the job, of ES people is to clean. And so I had gone in, a bunch of other people went in. We were supposed to get paid for this. We did not get paid for it. We still ended up having to use our sick time. We had to use our sick time before we could use our vacation time. Piss me off, fucking jerks. Uh, and so most people um ended up running out their time that they had occurred over, the last year or whatever
Mhm.
because of COVID. Um, and so a lot of people, when we were finally able to come back, were pissed and didn't want to come back. And then in some instances, people just weren't called back because they didn't have jobs yet, because only certain parts had opened up.
Right.
Like all the
Okay.
office people had stayed out. Basically, it was, the people who ran the machines and the money and, you know, that kind of stuff, and security. Security and surveillance stayed on while we were closed, but everybody else was off.
Hmm. Yeah, I think they brought us back like a shift at a time, and my shift was the last one to come back, which was like, ah,
Yeah, for our close down, it was lies. The entire thing was lies.
yeah,
Um, and they screwed everybody over. So yeah. And I like when nobody knows if it was actually the person who did this speech, who told us what was going on, or if it was like the higher ups that told him what to say. You know what I mean? Like we
yeah,
weren't sure where it actually happened at. But yeah. And then like for the callbacks, it was, hey, we're calling you back. You have to be here this day, this time. If not, too bad, you're done.
yep. We got like our group leader made our call like on Sunday and said, you're back to work tomorrow, regular
Yeah,
time.
our supervisor, like our direct supervisor for that department, did a great job of staying in communication with all of us on his team. Um, but it was like his boss's job to call us and
Hmm.
let us know when to come back, and that's where it went bad.
Yeah.
So,
Yep. Nope. At the plant, it was your group leader called you, and if you didn't hear from your group leader, what's that? So yeah. So thank God that's over.
yeah. And when I was at work on Monday, they were multiple people, as far as patrons and employees, were discussing how different casinos within the state are bringing back masks. Um, we currently have a portion of people out with this newest strain. And they're talking about it being likely that the casino is going to go back to being masked.
Ugh. Yeah. I don't want to do that again. That was
Me
fucking
either.
terrible.
It was. But at the same time, I had a lot of fun with it. I did. I had fun with my masks.
See, we had to wear just like plain white ones, like the plain white or like the blue, and like we couldn't even wear our own.
Mhm.
I had bought some purple ones. The same damn thing. Why can't I wear a purple one? And then we were told, unless it's like the C95 or N95,
Yep. And
um,
95.
those we could wear any color. So one of the group leaders bought, or team leaders bought like a big pack of them and gave me all the purple ones.
Nice. Yeah, we were allowed to wear just normal cloth mask. Didn't really matter as long as it wasn't offensive. Um, so yeah. But on the upside to wearing the mask, it taught me how to do my eye makeup.
No, the first, I bought two masks and they were actually like for a fundraiser type thing. And it was like the first ones I'd bought. They had penises.
Yeah, those would not have been allowed at work.
Yeah, mine either. I can have them on my nails, but I can't have them on my face.
Oh,
So
yeah. I told my supervisor, I was like, dang it. I was like, now I'm gonna have to buy new masks. I was like, I threw all mine away. And so did a few other people. It was funny. And
yeah,
I'm gonna miss that supervisor when she's gone. I'm mad she's retiring in September, I believe. Yeah,
that's
Super
fine.
Sharon will be leaving. I won't have the old lady to annoy at work anymore.
Hmm. Yeah, we don't have anyone fucking leaving. Nope.
Oh, fun. So anyway, so tonight, it's Wednesday, the 29th, which is the blue moon.
Say that again.
The blue moon.
I know. Do you have 'cause I know anytime we have like the cool, like the strawberry moon or anything like that, it's always fucking cloudy.
It is very clear here tonight.
Here too.
I've got a couple of great pictures. I have all my crystals outside. I've got moon water set up out there. I've got some stuff that I'm gonna do in here. Oh, beautiful. I'll be posting mine.
Now
Uh,
on the screen that looked way bigger than it is in the picture.
Understandable. Yeah, I've got all that done and gonna do a couple rituals. So yeah, that's my
Yep,
current plan.
I've got my moon water out there. I just have to remember when we're done to grab it.
I will remind you because that is also my plan because I took it out prior to starting and figured best thing to do, get it when we're done so I don't forget it.
Yep.
Because otherwise it'll be out there till I wake up tomorrow.
And see, the first thing I do with mine is I always make a cup of coffee.
Nice.
I always make a cup of coffee with it. And usually the next thing I do is um make up like a all-purpose cleaner and I
You froze.
use some moon water in that.
Okay, makes sense. You froze, or at least your picture did, or your
Are you
video, I should
frozen?
say. One of us is.
Nope, you're
Can you hear
blinking.
me?
Hello?
Blink if you need help. I saw you move. Oh, nope, you froze again. Ooh, okay. Now it went to your other picture.
I
I
don't know
forget
what
it.
happened.
I entertained him.
Full moon bullshit. Bullshit.
Apparently.
Mercury retrograde.
Oh, it was so funny at work on Monday. Someone was like, or it was complaints in regards to multiple things. And I was like, yep. And it was so funny. She turned around. She's like, oh, it's the full moon. I was like, well, technically it's not yet. However, it is Mercury retrograde. And she just kind of looks at me. She's like, huh? I was like, that's the one that makes communication between people break down, contracts go bad, and electronics not work for shit. She's like, oh, yeah, that's the one.
Okay, so here's the funny thing about this one. We are in contract negotiations. Our contract expires September 14th. And that is when Mercury is out of retrograde.
I'm sorry.
I don't
I'm
know. I
sorry.
figure either we're going to be busting ass or I'm going to have a little bit of vacation.
And I can't think I might end up with some vacation. I'm sorry.
Huh?
I think you might end up with some vacation. I'm sorry.
I mean, I'm not going to be mad as long as it's not too long.
Yeah, true. I mean, if it were a couple weeks, I don't think anybody would be opposed to that.
Right. I can get my kitchen painted.
Hey, there you go.
That's my plan. I've got actually while we were off for COVID, I did all my trim in the kitchen, but I didn't change the color of the walls. Well, now I
Oh,
want to change the color of the wall so I can have a coffee themed kitchen. Hmm?
I always wanted one of those.
Yeah, so that's gonna be my plan. I'm gonna get that done and have a coffee themed kitchen, and then we can go back to work.
Nice. Well, tonight I have the history of the blue moon.
Sweet.
Um, and then I also pulled up the rituals for the new and full moon. Um, but we'll start with the blue moon history. And I tried something new. Google has a new AI search thing, and it like compiles the information from various sites into like one understanding from what I gather. So this is what the Google AI came up with.
We'll see, and that kind of sucks because it makes it a little more difficult to cite our sources, which we have to do.
It's the Google AI. That's my source.
But if they're getting information from articles, those articles have to be cited.
Well, I don't know how to do that from that thing because it's new.
Mm, okay. I got
I'm
I didn't
trying.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, I didn't either until it popped up on me. I was like, oh, okay, let's give this a try, I guess, see what it comes up with. And I did check it with a couple other links, and it did check.
Okay, we'll just cite those links then.
Yeah, it's generative AI and it's experimental. Okay, so Britannica, Wikipedia, and Smithsonian Magazine
Okay.
were the ones that I checked the information from. Okay. Um, so the term blue moon is believed to have originated in 1883 but it's also in other cultures at different times too. So it's one of those kind of things. Like for here, it originated in 1883. Um, but it was after the eruption of Krakatoa. The volcano had put so much dust into the atmosphere that the moon appeared blue in color. And this was so unusual that the term once in a blue moon was used to describe the event. And the term also comes from the 16th century, with the moon is blue, which was meant that something was next to impossible. Um, in the 1900s, the term blue moon was used to refer to um, it says related phenomena. I don't know what the fuck I wrote.
I know that feeling.
It looks like related, but it can't, like, maybe unrelated phenomena. I don't know. Anyway, when four full moons occur within a given season, um, it is referred to as the blue moon, with the third in the series being the blue moon, which is the extra moon per se. Um, the blue moon doesn't refer to the color, but more so in the frequency or rarity. Blue moons happen every 2 to 3 years, and it is also the second full moon in the calendar month. Because full moons are separated by 29 days, most months are 30 or 31 days long. It is possible to have them, in two full moons in a single month. However, the blue supermoons are even rarer, occurring once every 10 years or so. The last blue supermoon was in 2018 during a lunar eclipse. The next blue supermoon will occur as a pair in 2037. This year's blue moon occurs tonight, the 30th to the 31st. It is a blue supermoon. The next seasonal blue moon is next year, the 19th and 20th of 2024. So the blue moon is the second of the month, and the seasonal is the third full moon in the series of four. Hi,
Hi,
how you doing?
I'm good.
Since both of these blue moons happen in August, they are traditionally called the sturgeon moon. And we will have four more full moons this year, of the 13 full moons for 2023. Did you catch that?
Hmm.
There's 13. September 29th is the harvest moon. October 28th is the hunter's moon. November 27th is the beaver moon. And the final of the year, December 26th, the aptly named the cold moon. In many cultures, the full moon is a symbol of change and transformation and new beginnings. The blue supermoon is considered a powerful time to set intentions, release negative energy, and manifest abundance. It can also signify the expression of our most authentic truths. The blue moon can shed light on how we communicate with ourselves and others, and it can be a powerful time to set intentions, release negative energy, and manifest abundance. So, if you're unprepared for this one, that's fine. There's still time to set those goals and write the intentions down before the end of the year.
And I know like you don't like you it's 3 nights before and 3 nights after. So like you can do all your full moon intention stuff like 3 days prior and up to 3 days after.
Because
Mm,
that's when you still have the energy of the full moon,
mm-hmm.
even though you're not seeing the full moon in the sky.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I lost my page. Go figure. No momento. I lost my page when I went
See,
looking
this is
for the
when the
other.
sound effects would be great.
I know. It would be. Give me back the thingy.
Salty about it.
Give me. Okay. So I found it. And this is coming from the House of Formlab. These are not my personal rituals or anything, so don't come at me. So we have the full moon is when the moon sits on the opposite side of the earth than the sun, and its face is illuminated brightly by the light of the sun. We see a beautiful glowing full moon in the sky. A new moon is a dark moon. It is day 0 of the moon's rotation around the earth when its face is towards the earth and is in full darkness. It sits directly between the sun and earth. For the full moon, it is a time of letting go of problems, worries, unwanted behavior, toxic people, so that you can heal and move forward without the things holding you back, such as limiting beliefs, yada yada. The moon's brightness offers hope with celestial light to guide you forward and confer blessings from the moon goddess. It gave a name, but that's not the name that I use, and therefore I didn't say it because I'm not gonna go throw names out. Um, Setting your intentions and affirmations. For the full moon, you would want to use terms like I release myself from, I cleanse myself of, I free myself of, I forgive myself for, I let go of my ex, I will stop smoking.
I look, I'm 2 weeks cigarette free.
Woohoo! Awesome. I will free myself from needing to be liked. That one's a hard one for me. Um, Crystals to use for the full moon. Selenite emits pure light energy into your space, and during a full moon, it is at its peak energy. In Greek, selenite means stone from the moon, representing its ethereal moonlight, and is named after the Greek goddess of the moon, Selene. Using a piece of selenite for a selenite sphere helps you, or a selenite sphere, helps you to channel that divine energy and power your affirmations, helping you to truly let go and replace the negative with positive. And keep your selenite near a window so it can so it can channel this energy into your space during the month and act as a visual reminder to stick to your affirmations.
I actually
I
think
like
I
that.
actually think I have selenite in the window.
I don't think I do because I have your two Christmas balls that you gave me up in the window with Jack and Sally on the candles.
I have so many pieces of selenite. So
Oh
many.
yeah. I mean, I have my grid, and so yeah. After tonight, grid will be fully charged and good to go. I'm so glad that I almost forgot. I'm so glad I remembered and doing tonight's stuff because ever since dark or like dusk, Marcelo had a tingling running down his spine and in his stomach, and he was scared.
Hmm.
So perfect timing.
Yeah.
Closing your ritual, allowing the energy you have created to surround you. Slip, sorry, not slip, because you don't want to slip on. You want to sip on a hot tea. Sip, not slip. Such as ginger or mandarin orange to recharge your batteries and comfort you as you let go of those toxic things in your life. Hold your ritual crystal. Draw an oracle card for extra direction or insight on how to keep your positive energy flowing. Keep your crystal with you that evening. Then, the next morning, pop it near a window so that it can recharge and remind you that you have already let go of those negative things should they pop back into your mind. That's what I have for today.
That's pretty cool. It's
Hey,
fitting. It's very fitting.
yeah. So I have a little bit of a different ritual that I plan on doing, but similar. So
Um, as of this moment, I don't have anything planned. I probably should do something tonight before I go to bed.
yep, I will
Um,
also be restaging my altar. So
yeah, I don't know what I'm doing yet. I don't know. Um,
you're gonna get your moon water from outside. That's something
yes,
you're gonna do.
that I'm gonna do. Um, I should have threw some crystals in it, but I'm like I said, I normally first thing I do with it is I'll have coffee in the morning, and that's what I will use for the coffee. So,
Out of curiosity, how big or how much moon water do you think you make?
um, this time I just did like a quart jar.
Okay, I would say that's about what I've got. Except it's one of the big candle jars, you know?
Hmm. Yeah, this one
That
was a spaghetti sauce jar. But hey, look, I have all kinds of jars, all kinds.
the reason I love this jar for this is because it has the rubber seal on it, so it's not gonna leak when I bring it back in.
Yeah. I did have like the jelly jars, and I think those are just about all used up because I've
Do they have
either
herbs in them?
uh no, not I bought those particular ones for moon water because there was a couple people that wanted me to make them moon water and ship it to another state.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
I mean that's easy money. I can do that. Um, and then like I gave a couple away with moon water. And then I used them for other things. My husband has one with his special herbs in it. Um, but yeah, I don't honestly. I should probably get out that little basket that I won and see what I got in there that I
There
could,
you go.
because I'm sure there's something.
Yep, I did already do my sage and Palo Santo as well for my room. So
I one thing I do normally do at some point during the full moon. Okay, look, I may not do it exactly that night, but it is within those 6 days.
within the parameters, gotcha.
I will. do my bedding, and before I put like the clean sheets on, I will spray my mattress with Florida water and pillows. And then once I put the sheets on, then I spray it again with Florida water. And then once the blankets are on, I spray those with Florida water.
Nice. Because ironically, I intend on doing my stuff on Friday. And the moon water that I'm bringing in, I am going to use to make sage water. And then I'm also going to put a few other things in there, specifically as like a room and bedding spray, and like for my floor and stuff for a whole thing.
Okay.
So,
Excuse me. Yeah, that's, I mean, I always, of course, will write down intentions, and I try to meditate. I am not a good meditator.
I am not either. However, if I can do short bursts, it's not so bad.
Yeah.
I actually even showed my son today how helpful it can be because he hates my meditation music. He absolutely hates it. But I had a killer headache this afternoon. I was getting snippy with him. And I knew it, I was recognizing it, and I was like, you know what, bud, here, I was like, you take my controller, you can do whatever you want with my person. I was like, it doesn't matter. I was like, I am going to sit here for a few minutes and do a meditation. And then when I am done, we're gonna go get some lunch. He's like, okay. And so he did. He sat and did whatever. He was about to tell me something. I was like, nope. I was like, I don't need to know. You do what you want to do with my character. Doesn't matter. And so I turned on the meditation music. I took ibuprofen and I sat down and I meditated. And then I did like neck exercises. And when I was done, I was perfectly fine. And a little while later, he had, I had the, we had gone to town and the music started playing in the car. And we were talking about it. I was like, did you notice how much it helped? And he's like, yeah. I was like, I was kind of cranky before, wasn't I? He's like, yeah. I was like, I understand you don't like it, but I would like you to understand that it can help in some cases.
Yeah. See,
He's like, okay.
see, a lot of times, because I'm not I can't do quiet meditation. I just
Mhm,
can't. I, for the most part, can't even do like regular meditation music. I gotta have my music
mhm,
because that's what makes me happy.
right.
So I just use regular music while I meditate, or I don't know. I just something.
See, and ironically, like, when I was doing that, it was different than for like, say, if I'm trying to get into the zone, like for us, for doing the podcast. While I was getting ready, I had certain music playing, and I'm over there doing my makeup, bebopping, and when I'm getting ready to go to work, I have certain music that I play. So it all depends on what I have to do as far as what kind of music I'm gonna play.
Yeah.
But it is almost like a meditation when I do my makeup for whatever it is I'm doing.
Yeah. But like for to sit there and just quietly meditate, nope, because everything around me gets in, and
Yep.
that's not, no. So,
I know what you mean. For the most part, I don't either. The only reason I did this one was because I knew I was being a bitch and I didn't want to be, and I knew I had to fix it. And how can I fix it quickly? Okay, turn this on. It's, take my energy level from way the hell up here and bring
yeah,
it back down to here, you know, to level me back out and bring my headache back down. And yeah, there's no way I would have been able to do it with like regular music. I had to do it with something that was gonna, set that tone.
right. Yeah, I mean that makes sense. Um, I mean, there's really nothing about my personality that's quiet. And that was actually a conversation at work tonight. And I did find out that the guy I worked across from today is afraid of me.
Jelly
I
bean, you
well
meanie.
because he didn't get a break and he also vapes. He was like, if I don't get to hit my vape pretty soon, I'm gonna lose it. And I'm like, oh, so I'm gonna walk out of here with two black eyes. He was like, I'm more apt to walk out of here with he was like, I worry about you. Oh, good. All right. Oh yeah. Um
That's hilarious.
I did forget to tell you this past weekend I had these little jars and I bought like a variety of mica powders to do
What are micro powders?
mica. It's like the stuff that's have them right here. Um
In a fancy box. I love it.
yeah, I it's
Oh,
like the
okay.
powders, it's what they use in makeup and hair color. So
Okay.
I have lots of them, like
Mm-hmm.
50 colors. So I took these jars and some food coloring and the mica powders. And I set the kids up with their jar and let them pick out what color food coloring they wanted. And then I let them pick out like 3 different color mica powders they wanted. And we made little potion jars. And they swirl with color. And they all named them. One of them had Dead Man's Toes. That's what he named it. Um,
I love it.
another one, um, Ben had used like green food coloring, and then the colors he used with it, there was a red in there, and it looked like when you see like the apple with the green
Oh, the
dripping.
caramel apple. Okay.
No, like the poison apple, like Halloween. Think Halloween. Like when you see the poison apple, that's what it reminded me of. So he named his poison apple. Um,
Okay.
in fact, it was so fun that my daughter and son-in-law got involved and they made one.
Fun.
Um, I think my son-in-law named his Belladonna. Um, I can't think of what Judy named hers, but they were really good. Like everyone had like a creepy potion name. They had so much fun, and then they wanted to go see what it looked like when it was swirling outside in the sun, and like I thought it was all right. They're gonna be like, okay, this is cool, and they ran all over with those things. That was like,
That's awesome.
yeah, it was fun. Like they had a blast. So yeah, that was
I've
fun.
seen people use those in spells.
Oh yeah, yeah, you absolutely could. Um,
There is a woman on TikTok. She has a little dish, and I want this little dish. It is the most adorable freaking thing. It's like this big around, and it has like a little holder. This little holder also can have a lid, and you just bloop, and you can put whatever in there. And it's metal, so you can burn stuff in it. You can burn like cones in it. You can put incense in it to burn it, whatever. It is so freaking awesome, and I want one. It's like my mini cauldron, but better.
hmm. I usually just like when I do and like write something down and burn it. That's what I do. I put it in the cauldron.
See, I do too, but this has a lid. You can keep it contained.
My cauldron has a lid.
My cauldron doesn't have a lid.
Yeah, mine's got a lid. Lid's on it right now.
I want a lid for my cauldron. Oh, yeah, I currently have some stuff I have to burn in there for my ritual. So, but
Yeah,
yeah, it's frustrating. I have to keep taking the damn battery out of the smoke detector, and then I keep forgetting to put it in. It's a whole thing. It's hard to be a witch in a basement, let me tell you.
oops. Honestly, it's hard to be a witch when you're fucking scatterbrained and you forget things. So,
So what you're telling me is you're an ADHD witch.
mhm,
Yeah,
probably.
right there with you. And you know what? You just had your ooh shiny moment.
Yeah. And this weekend is the investigation. I've got,
Wait to hear about it.
I didn't know my son had a camcorder. So
Please tell me you're taking it.
yes. Well, I also have one, but here's the thing. Do you remember last year, um, prior to the Edson, I was going crazy, going to like Best Buy and different places looking for the exact charger cord that I need for mine.
I do. Did you find one?
Well, I ordered one. In fact, that's
Hmm.
one thing I got to do when we get done with this is I got to my son said, I don't think it's the same size. But then he went on Amazon and sent me links to a couple more. So one of the three is bound to work. So my plan is to have like he charged both batteries for his. Hopefully one of these cords will work and I can charge both batteries for mine. And then I can take one and I can record and the other one can be like a still. I'm excited.
Did you hit up your grandson for his spirit box yet?
No.
You
Uh
gotta. You
I mean,
gotta.
I thought about it. I could probably get a hold of them and before I leave on Saturday and get it and have it charged and everything. Um, but yeah, I
I really think you should.
I mean I'd like to, but
I'll tell you why when we're not recording. Okay?
mhm,
Yep.
yeah, I mean I it has crossed my mind. In fact, the spirit box itself was brought up while I was over there and I almost did it, but one, there's 5 kids, 3 adults there, a lot of commotion. Um, and then just mm, yeah.
Hmm. Okay, we'll discuss that later. I
It
got
was
to.
yeah, it was just a busy yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So anyway, aside from that, do you have anything fun coming up?
Um that I do it will be a 4-day weekend for me, so there's that.
Nice.
Okay, so here's the thing. I knew this investigation was going to be on a Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Not knowing, when we're getting Saturdays off, I was like, you know what? If I put in a vacation day for Friday, I'll automatically get Saturday. So that's what I did, forgetting this is a holiday weekend. And I would have had this Saturday off anyway.
Oops. So
And
considering you would have had it off and you put in the request for it, is it still going to count or no?
what do you mean?
Against your time.
It's a vacation day.
Oh, okay.
So I
Even
mean,
though you didn't technically have to work it.
what do you mean? Is it going to go against my time?
Yeah. So for Saturday, even though it's a holiday and you don't have to work it, but you already put in the request and
Uh,
everything.
no,
Oh, okay. All right. Good.
no. In fact, at any time I really could withdraw the request, but I want a 4-day weekend. So
There.
I'm gonna go ahead and take this 4-day weekend. And um, I mean, I don't think I have anything special going on, but
However, it will give you Friday to prep
yes.
for Saturday because and backpack.
Yeah. And I do have a backpack that I have like I got it for work and it doesn't work for work, but I thought it will work for all my little ghosty equipment.
There you go.
So I'm gonna have that. Um, and I mean, I've made myself protection things, but I think I want to make myself something different. And then I do have my evil eye hair clip that I will be wearing.
Nice.
So I want to make sure I'm nice and protected. So I want to come up with like the perfect. I don't know if I want to do a bag, a jar. I don't know. We'll see. So I guess. Eh.
Interesting. Um, for me, I have parent teacher conference tomorrow for the first meeting of my son's teacher. And then he starts school next week. Um, and that's it.
Which
I live vicariously through my child.
I actually thought he had already started because I sent Jenny a message earlier. I can't wait to hear all about Marshmallow's first day. She was like, no.
No. Yeah, but it's all right. Misunderstanding on my part for what day he started.
So next week we could talk about his first day back.
Yeah. And that'll be fun. He's getting more and more excited by the day. He's still pulling the thing though where he tells me he's not, but everybody else gets yes.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes.
Yep.
So I
So
think on that note, we will jump off for the evening and get some prep work done.
yes.
And we'll be back next week. And actually, I'm kind of hoping like we can do some of the revamping thing we've been talking about for like months now.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
All right. Until next time.
Bye.
Bye.